And so this is Twixmas, unless you're me and you're always on the go.
Good morning, Blue, and happy Boxing Day.
Are you addicted to your treaties? I know. You want another one, don't you? Okay.
He gobbles his treats up so fast they don't even touch the sides of his mouth.
Good boy. You good boy. Go have some water. Good boy. You have your water.
But we did have a little snuggle together before we finally got up.
Oh, it was really sweet. Blue was just sniffing my bags here. And he got to this one and he gave this one a sniff. Blue? Who's this? Who's this? This is Hottie Pig. Sniff, good boy. Sniffy, sniffy. What does Hottie Pig smell like? Eh? So basically it's a microwavable Percy pig. You take out the back of it, the middle beanie bit. Hey? And you just sniffed him out the bag. Yes. Breakfast time. Coffee, and my neighbour kindly baked some ginger cookies and gave them to me for Christmas. So I won't eat both of them, I'll just have one of them. But yeah, I'm going to have that with my morning cup of coffee. And Blue's just had his breakfast, so I'm going to let Blue out for a little while. And I can sit down in some peace and quiet and just eat my breakfast.
I do love watching chateau renovations in France on YouTube. However, this one is a French watermill. This couple actually originally had a chateau and then they sold it last year and bought this watermill. And they're redoing it up really well. If only you guys could smell these cookies. They smell amazing. Much better than what my cookies turned out like for my brother. Oops. And these were so yummy that I actually ate the second one as well. But thank you very much for neighbour who baked these and gave me a couple. Thank you so much. They were moreish. And although Blue had had his breakfast and been outside and done what he needed to do outside, when he came in, he was just driving me nuts. So in the end, I put some treats in that little treat dispenser and let him push it around the lounge until it satisfied him. As I said, Blue is very much treat orientated. And then my plan was to go upstairs and get into my workout gear and then do this live workout on Boxing Day.
But, well, you can see I had a little bit of a problem. I think I'm really going to do PE with Joe Wicks, or Joe Wicks's Boxing Day live workout. It starts in 10 minutes. Is this your idea of doing Joe Wicks's workout? Is it, I'm not doing it? Is that what you're saying?
When I was 30, I'm 40 now, so this has been 10 years. An annual Boxing Day here. I always do it. I love getting myself
Let's do this.
moving after a big.
Now, obviously, I didn't film me doing the whole thing because that would just bore you guys out crazy. But anyway, I love the fact that Blue just fell asleep on the sofa and wasn't fussed. But it's definitely a goal of mine to get back into exercising more this year. I did pretty well last year, but then I did tail off towards like June, July time.
I was definitely shattered after that one.
Uncle Davy, no, I do not get scared when Mummy does workouts. Sorry, Uncle Davy.
So hello and welcome to Boxing Day in the UK. So Boxing Day in the UK is a public holiday. Shops are pretty much closed. There's only a few now that are open. A lot of them have chosen to close on Boxing Day to give their staff a rest, which I rightly agree with. So can't do as much retail therapy with all those gift cards that you received for Christmas. Lots of people go for walks with their family over Boxing Day. For me, we don't tend to do walks anymore. So my dad sometimes goes to see Watford play at Vicarage Road. They are actually playing away today. So my dad is going to be at home watching that on the TV very shortly. My brother, he does his own thing on Boxing Day. And for me, well, Boxing Day is all about sorting out all the presents that Blue and myself received for Christmas. I also have my brother's presents to wrap for his birthday, which is coming up in a few days' time, because I ran out of time before Christmas, okay? I just ran out of time. So, yeah, I've got to do my brother's presents. And, well, the fridge needs sorting because tomorrow, ideally, I need to go and do a food shop. So I need to sort out the fridge of old expired food and get that in the food caddy and work out what I need. I would also like to go through the freezer because the freezer also needs some organisation. I've got lots of veggies in there, but I need to start getting back into my meal planning. For the last few weeks, my meal eating hasn't been brilliant. So I need to take the time, whilst I've got some time before I go back to work, and get my meal planning back in order and start making lists once again. So that is today's plan. So I'll bring you along with me and I can show you my presents, stir in the freezer maybe, and wrapping my brother's presents. And before I know it, it will be time for bed because we're already gone 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I had a bit of a lazy morning, then I ended up doing the Boxing Day workout with Joe Wicks. Then I just kind of relaxed and did nothing. And yeah, now it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I'll be needing to get some lunch soon as well. So yeah, let's get everything sorted before bedtime. Anyway, so these are the bags that I need to sort. As you know, one of the bags has Blue's treats in, and he's obviously heard me and he knows it's there. Blue, what's this? Whose bag is this? Is this your bag of treats? Is this all your treats you've got? Are you going to show everyone all your treats? Are you? Yep, camera's on. It's on you. This is what you got, wasn't it? We haven't got Uncle Davy's treats from upstairs. But is this what you got for Christmas? Is it? Is this all your Christmas treats? Hey? And there's a card I got you. Yes! Look at all these treats! Yes! Did you get lots of treaties? Were you spoilt? You weren't just spoilt by me, you were spoilt by the neighbours and some of my clients too. And that came from Santa Claus, didn't it? Did Santa Claus buy you a treat in with treaties? And where's Uncle Davy's card? Is that upstairs? Oh dear, did we leave Uncle Davy's card upstairs? Whoops. But this is the one that Mummy got you. Sure it is. Yeah, that's what I got you. We'll have to go and find Uncle Davy's, won't we? Yeah? Where should we put your card? Where should we put your card? Put it on the windowsill. There you go, it's up there. So was that all the presents you got? Yes. You got spoilt with lots of treaties, didn't you? Yes, you did. You did. Go on then. Shall I give you a treaty? Are you going to give me paws? If you move backwards. Right. Sit. That's it. Right. Ready? Paw. Good boy. Other paw. You're not playing ball, are you? Sit. Good boy. Good boy. Hey? Good boy. Ready? Last one. You've had lots of treats today, haven't you? You have. Other paw. Good boy. There you go. Good boy. Yes? So this is all the treats that Blue got. And now I've got to find space for them in the cupboard. Haven't I? Yes. Yes. Good boy. Right. I'll deal with Blue's treats first. And then I'll show you all the goodies that I got for Christmas. What a nightmare that was, trying to do the treat cupboard, wasn't it, Blue? Who kept jumping all over me? Who kept wanting treat sticks? I was trying to split them up, so that it's easier just to grab one when it's time to feed you one. So, which one would you like? Your reward for... Which one do you want? When we were in the cupboard, you wanted that one, didn't you? And now you want that one. Oh, you still want that one. Okay. Right. Blue scoffs these really quickly. If you've never seen a video of Blue scoffing one of these, the Uncle Davy way, I've taught him manners. Haven't I? Have I taught you manners? Ready? Unlike Uncle Davy, who has taught him to scoff it down in like less than 30 seconds flat. I will show you. The Uncle Davy way. Is this the Uncle Davy way? See? Gone. Gobble, 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 gone. Good boy. Well done. Yes? See? He's happy now. Now I can do my presents. Yes, yours are all away. These are Mum's. Yeah, you go and eat your meal now. He's going to eat his crunches. Yes, no? No. Right, anyway, let's tackle my presents today. Yeah. So this is all what I received for Christmas, including this Lando Norris Silverstone edition Formula 1 cap. And of course, who won the World Drivers' Championship? Lando! So his number's going to change from 4 to number 1. But anyway, I just did a whole video on what I got, looked at it and realised I'd left my phone in time lapse for when I was putting all the presents out on the floor. Anyway, I'll quickly go back through a few of them. I got a lot of gift cards. When I say a lot, 4 gift cards. B&M, thank you to the person that sent me that. I got a Next from my neighbour, and then another client bought me a gift card that can be used in about 140 different shops. That was quite a bit of money on that one as well. I was really shocked, so I will be thanking them with a thank you card. And then one of my other clients bought me a gardening gift voucher, so that will be really useful come spring. The best Christmas present that I've been using before Christmas, and it was one that I actually asked my brother and my dad to get me, and my client actually bought it for me. My brother opened it for me and said, you know what, you may as well start using it. And that was the Lakeland hot chocolate velvetizer. I have used it this morning, so I'm not going to tip it because there's still remnants of milk in there. So that has been in use since I opened it a week or so ago. As you can see, I got some J2Os from my dad. That's not a surprise if you watched the last video. And Percy Pigs, I got a book, lots of chocolate, and a very handy cat calendar for my kitchen wall. For the last 2 years I've had a garden one, so thank you, Dad. I've now gone back to having cats and kittens. And I got some money from my dad. I got £2 from Father Christmas. Some of this chocolate is actually from Father Christmas rather than my dad and my brother. That came from a client. That came from a client. That came from a client. A lot of this came from clients, and then I got some chocolates from Father Christmas. So, oh, and my neighbour, along with her ginger biscuits that she cooked me, also gave me this hottie pig and the giant orange buttons. They were nice. So yes, I'm going to quickly put this all away because it is 10 to 2 in the afternoon. I need to get some lunch. I think I'm going to have leftover roast dinner from Christmas Day. Yes, my dad sent me home with a package of Christmas dinner. So I'm going to have that. And then it will be time to wrap up my brother's birthday presents. So yeah, need to clear this space. So let's get on and do it. And finally, I have dished up my Boxing Day lunch. I'm so hungry. Let's go and eat this. I also got the tumble dryer going too. And then I want to sit down and watch this film, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. However, today Blue was actually being quite needy and wanting my attention all the time, so I hardly got much done. But Blue did eventually just settle down on the sofa. Thank goodness for that. Because then I had to get up and fold all the laundry that was in the tumble dryer. And then Blue got the munchies. Finally, I was able to get my brother's presents wrapped. Well, it was until I ran out of sellotape, and then I had to go all the way upstairs and find some more sellotape before coming back downstairs and putting the new sellotape on the reel, and then I could wrap up some more presents. But why is it when you're against the time limit and everything always seems to go wrong, either with the sellotape and not being able to find the end, or you actually run out of sellotape and then you lose your scissors? And then it was time for my favourite show, The Masked Singer. Now, I was supposed to be in the audience of this show, the Christmas special. However, they overdid the tickets, and so I never actually made it inside this show. I was really annoyed with them, so it's kind of lost its spark now because they overdid the amount of tickets they were giving out. And yes, the new series has started. And later on, Blue is all snuggled up fast asleep. Nap nap, Blue, see you tomorrow. And even in the Christmas holidays, Blue still has no idea about a lion. Morning, Blue. Yes, Blue, snuggle times with Mummy. Thank you very much.
Yes, Mum, no, up. You're going to stay up. No, you're not coming back to bed, Mum.
So I got myself up and decided to go and run a few errands. Someone's dancing along in the sunshine. It's so cold out there. Anyway, I have just got myself, most likely, my last of the season hot chocolate from Nero. I'm like, I walk past and went, oh, it's not too busy, I'll get my last orange hot chocolate from Nero. So, yeah, I think this is the last one, guys, because then I won't need to have any more festive hot chocolates from one of the chains. However, I will still be making them in my velvetizer, but these ones taste amazing, so I will miss these But yep, it's almost like festive season is over, but we're in that time between like Christmas and New Year. So, but yeah, I thought as I was walking past Nero, I'll get one last orange hot chocolate from there. So and they still taste amazing. Right, I need to drink this and go off to Aldi and go and brave a food shop. And yes, my eyes look awful because it's really cold out there. TK Maxx also already has their Valentine's Day stuff in. I also saw this in TK Maxx, however it was a little bit too big for the wall of my kitchen. Excuse the state of my hair. Right, I am back from running errands. I have been to Rickmansworth, been to Marks Spencer's, paid in my wages. Not Marks Spencer's. Went to Smith's, got my newspaper. So I did Ricky. Oh, and I treated myself to the Nero drink. Then I drove on to Watford to the Aldi and did a food shop. The car park was busy-ish, but Aldi was quite quiet. However, there was things still like short dated for tomorrow, which is the 29th. So I had to be very selective with what I got. But anyway, I got a few things. I actually got some birthday bits for one of my neighbours coming up next year, very early into next year. So I've done that, bought myself some flowers, and then I still had some time. I thought, do you know what, let's go and have a look around TK Maxx. I know in America you call it TJ Maxx. Over here it's called TK Maxx. So I had a look around TK Maxx. I got a couple of things in there. Got in my car, come home, and now it's time to put the food shop away and yeah, sort out the kitchen. I did put the dishwasher on earlier before I went out, and I've got to wrap my brother's presents. Now, I'm really hoping I've got enough wrapping paper, because I did have a look inside Card Factory and they had no mail wrapping paper. In fact, Card Factory was very, very, very bare. So yeah, I'm hoping I've got enough mail wrapping paper for my brother's birthday tomorrow. Because I realised that although I did wrapping last night, I then discovered the clothes on the sofa which I hadn't wrapped. Afterwards I was like, oh, I've done that bag of wrapping, and then a bit later on, well, what's that bag on the sofa? And I thought, oh no, that's his clothes that you ordered. So I've got all of that to wrap up. But anyway, enough waffling. Let me go and put the food shopping away and I'll quickly show you what I've got. So this is my Aldi food shop, and I did treat myself to some skincare, collagen and gold serum for my face. I have bought some sink unblockers. Obviously I need to unblock my kitchen sink. It's running a bit slow, so that's why I bought 2 bottles, because I didn't have any under the sink at all when I wanted it. Obviously the frozen sweet corn will last more than a week, and yes, I have bought tins of sweet corn, because what normally happens is if I run out of that, I then use the tins if I'm like midway between food shops, except I've just used the last tin up that's in the cupboard. So yeah, I had to buy some more small packs. So yeah, the sweet corn will last me a little while. We're in that horrible time between Christmas and New Year, so I've got some deli filler for sandwiches. I can do some cooked meats with some salad. Now the salad was really short dated, so this is technically for Monday. It will last a little bit longer, but the packets of salad were dated until tomorrow, so I was like, no, I need something a little bit longer. And then obviously I am eating some healthier foods, and then I obviously got some salami to make pizzas with, because I made pizza the other day and I'd used up the leftover salami. The one thing I forgot to show you that I've got, oh Blue, yes, that's your kitty litter, that's your kitty litter, isn't it? So there's a couple of items that I haven't included in here because they are for someone's birthday, not my brother's. So all of that today came to £42.09. So that was just my Aldi food shop. Oh, and also when I was in Aldi, I forgot to show you, I bought myself some lovely flowers for the kitchen. Because now I will be getting rid of Christmas. My kitchen will look a bit bare, so I did treat myself to some lovely flowers. And now that I've put all the food shopping away, it's time to tackle this kitchen. Oh no, New Year's resolution. I need to deal with kitchen every day. Oops, I've just gone to put my bottles of J-Tar in the top of the fridge. And I was like, oh, I have forgotten about all of these. What's the dates on them? Yeah. May. I can't remember what the date was on this one. October. July. June. That's the problem about having a very tall fridge, is that they aren't in my eye line, so I forget about them and I don't see them. So, unfortunately, I'm going to have to chuck all of these. Now I really must tackle this sofa. It's looking a little bit on the messy side. And then I may have slightly cheated for lunch and got myself a mac cheese.
Hello, Mum. What about me? I'm hungry. I want my meal. Good morning, Mummy. And guess what? It's Uncle David's birthday. You did remember to get him some treaties from me, didn't you? Are you sure? Because he's always giving me treaties.
Yes, Blue, I did get him some treaties from you.
Oh, good. Now can I have my breakfast, please?
And once I got myself ready, it was time to head down to my dad and my brother's house. And Dad cooked us a lovely Sunday lunch. My brother even hid one of his chocolates in my Yorkshire pudding. And then I came home and chilled out with Blue, where I sat and watched some of the YouTube channels that I follow, and then did some housework, aka unload the dishwasher and reload it. And as I tidied up the kitchen, I put my new candle on that I got for Christmas. And then I got my meal planner all sorted for the week. Now I have one more week at home before I need to return to work, so I'm trying to get myself into a new regime. I also put up the rest of the Christmas cards I received on Christmas Day onto my door and made myself a little plan for the week. And before I knew it, it was time to snuggle down on the sofa with Blue. Nap naps, beautiful boy. See you in the morning. Good morning, Blue, and how are we on this very early morning?
Treats, please, Mum. Now, please. Please.
I then did my eye regime, and as per usual, all Blue wanted was treats. Now, whilst it's been Christmas, I haven't been very good at making my bed up, but I have today. And it's nearly 7 o'clock in the morning, and I managed to get some washing in the machine. Well done to me. So that means it's time for a well-earned cup of coffee. And not forgetting my breakfast also, as well as my tablets. And because it's never ending, I got some laundry in the machine. And you know those flowers I bought a couple of days ago? Well, I finally put them in a vase. And then I went into Watford with my neighbour and she bought me a tea cake and a cup of coffee in Marks & Spencer's. And with my gift voucher I got for Christmas from B&M, I went into B&M and got a few things. And Home Bargains already has some Valentine's Day stuff in already. And by the time I did all that I needed to do in town, I then went and got myself a lovely hot chocolate from Costa. I wanted the orange hot chocolate, however, they'd stopped doing it. So they had this nutcracker hot chocolate. And then I had to go to Rickmansworth M&S because I had an order I needed to pick up. And upon walking in, I noticed this sign. So I messaged all my neighbours that use Marks & Spencer's. Anyway, this was the order I went into Marks & Spencer's for. My Lando Norris t-shirt! And then when I got home, I decided to sit down and do some paperwork, as one of my clients has messaged me. However, Blue had other ideas and was like, nope, it's holiday time, no work. And of course, I couldn't resist eating one of these. get you treats. Yeah, I get you treaties. He did get some treats, and he knew I was feeling very off this morning, like totally not myself. And I know that because he just wanted to be right close to me. But we did get an amazing sunrise this morning. And I had a lot of things to do around the house today, even though I felt really teary and just really, really off. Thank goodness for having a spinach and ricotta cannelloni in the fridge to eat for lunch. So this morning I actually phoned up the doctors and got a doctor's appointment because I felt really, really low, really teary, really flighty and just not myself. And I soon figured out why. Yesterday I had changed my HRT patch to Everall 50, and the first time round on that patch I didn't feel too good on it, and I was on it yesterday for the second time round, and yes, alarm bells were ringing. It was like, no, I need to go to the doctors and get this sorted. And how did I know it's my Everall 50 patch? Because I'd spent 2 weeks on the Everall 50 patch, then I spent another 2 weeks on the Everall Conti, and I was cool and calm as a cucumber. Nothing fazed me. It was like, hurrah, something is actually making me feel calm and not anxious. And then I went back on to the Everall 50 and boom! I felt absolutely rotten and very, very, very low. Now, I do have such amazing doctors at my surgery, and this doctor listened to all my various symptoms and what I had to say, and she said, look, let's just leave you on this patch. We know it works for you. It might eventually need switching out because your hormones do fluctuate over the time, so we might have to look at something else, but for now we know this is working. Let's keep you on it. So I went to the chemist and picked up my new patches along with my new lot of eye drops to try and clear my blepharitis. I also ripped off my Everall 50 patch and changed it for the Conti patch. I was also told by the doctor it would take a good couple of days for that patch to work out of my system. I must admit, today was a totally bizarre day. We started with a lovely sunrise, had a bit of a wobble, and then ended the day with a lovely sunset. And I keep looking at this Christmas tree going, it took me a long time to put it up, and now I've got to pull it down. So I decided to do some more laundry instead. And I settled down on the sofa with Blue and watched some TV for the evening. Except I must have fallen asleep on the sofa, because at 1:45 in the morning I woke up with Blue on my lap. And no, Sleepyhead really didn't want to get off my lap to let me go to bed properly.
Good morning again, Mum.
And this morning I woke up feeling much better, so myself and my neighbour decided to go into Watford as I had something that I needed to exchange. And by the time I did what I needed to exchange, we decided it was lunchtime, so we headed to the Mark Spencer's cafe and I got myself a sausage butty. And afterwards we did a little bit more retail therapy in town. Our original plan was go to a garden centre for a cup of coffee, so I said, well look, the garden centre's not too far away, shall we go and get a cuppa at Squire's Garden Centre? So I got myself the farmhouse sliced cake. We also bought a few things in the sale around the garden centre. And yes, I bought myself some Christmas cards for next Christmas. So, with it being New Year's Day tomorrow, there's one thing that I always like to do before Christmas and before the New Year, and that is go through my car and pull out any rubbish. Now, I didn't actually go through my car before Christmas, so I've got to do it today so that I go into the new year with none of last year's rubbish sitting in my car. I'm also going to wipe my steering wheel round, the door handles, only on the inside, the handbrake, the gear stick, just so it's nice and clean and tidy, ready for the new year. So, whilst it's still just about light, but before it gets dark, let's do this. I've got a rubbish bag here, and I need to go through this, go through the glove box, and then there's some stuff in the back, and then I also need to sort out wiping the steering wheel down. This mask needs to go in the wash, put that in my jacket pocket, and yeah, just give the car a quick wipe round on the inside. So let's do that. So I pulled out these toothpaste cartons because I'd taken them to the dentist to see why I was allergic to one of them and not the other. But anyway, I'd shoved them in here and yeah, they needed to be gone in the bin. At least I got that little console all sorted. It was sorting out the pocket of my door and wiping round the steering wheel. Yeah, just wiping down where passengers have also touched the side of my car. Now, I'm glad I was videoing because I finally caught Blue on video walking across the car park, and this is because I need to send it to his vet. Oh, Blue has arthritis and he goes to the vets normally in January for his yearly vaccinations and, well, his yearly checkup. So yeah, I can report to his vet this video. You want me? You good boy. It's cold. What do you mean no, it is? It's freezing out here. It is, I'm just sorting out the car. Yes? Yeah, good boy. Now, where was I? Right, Baxter in the car again. There, as you can see, the back of my car needs a bit of attention. So, let's get this sorted. So that is a lot better, as you can see. Just needs a hoover. And then you come to a blue. And then there's my boot. Yeah, I really need to sort that out as well. But it's getting cold out here, so I'm going to call it quits. I've just got to tidy out the bags, really. And you know when you're doing a task and then something pops into your mind. And for when I was doing the car, my mind went, oh, you've not gone to the chemist to pick up your glaucoma eye drops. Like, ah! So yeah, after I cleaned the car out, I quickly nipped up to the chemist and got my new glaucoma eye drops. Right, I've got a couple of hours, and when I say a couple of hours, it's 5:15, I think. Yeah, 5:15 p.m. So I'm not going out until 11:30 tonight for the fireworks. So 5:15, 6:15, 7:15, 8:15, 9:15, 10:15, 6 and a bit hours. So in 6 and a bit hours, I need to sort that, this and this. I want to go into the new year with a nice clean bedroom. It's nearly 7 p.m. and I have cleared the space there, sorted this little area out down here, but the main thing, this is all accessible once again. I have left the shredder there. The paper for the shredder is there. I did buy some oil for my shredder the other day, so I'll do that and see if that stops all the little bits of paper coming out of the shredder when I shred. Tomorrow's job is I want to tackle that paper. It's looking pretty good in here. I am half doing Blue's litter tray, which is just in the bath, and this is a whole area I need to do in the new year. I need to tackle my bathroom. And whilst Blue got all snuggly on the sofa, it was time to give him a big massive kiss and say, see you in the new year, Blue, as I headed up towards the green. And this is my last selfie of 2025, so happy new year.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So I'd just like to thank you all for watching my channel and thank you for sticking with me throughout the year. I admit it's been a bit of a rough past 6 months, but I'm here. I've got through it. Hurrah! And we're now into the new year. I do have a lot planned this year. I definitely want to get my house back in order because the last 6 months it has taken a bit of a back seat. So I've got that planned. I definitely need to tackle the kitchen cabinets. I need to tackle the bathroom. I need to tackle my bedroom. So I've got a lot of filming and content to come. And as much as I hate this cold snap that we're currently having in the UK right now, I am looking forward to spring and seeing the garden come back to life again and all the flowers starting to bloom and getting out in the garden and pottering around. And yeah, I'm just so looking forward to spring. This year in my family there are 2 big birthdays happening, as well as Blue turning 14. Yes, 1-4, 14. I'm like, oh my goodness, I can't believe Blue's gonna be 14 this year. So for myself and Blue, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. But for now, I will leave you with the rest of the firework display.